What is up, guys? Welcome back to another JD Guess video. Today we're going to be going into a bit of a conspiracy theory, a bit of a outball take. Today I'm going to be giving you my reasons to why I believe that NBA Live will be returning at some point in the near future. Now, before we get into this video, I need to make this clear. I'm not like an insider. I have no information about actually anything. This is just a bunch of random takes and a lot of correlation. But anyways, let's get into this. So my first reasoning why I believe NBA Live is coming back is the fact that they're bringing back their college basketball series. Now, a few weeks ago, they announced that they're going to bring it back. And I think that it would make sense to also bring back NBA Live. Because you have to think, if you're going to have a college game, you're going to want to have the pro level too. You know what I mean? You know, when there's Madden, there's also college football. So, you know, I think with EA, they would want to have that dual sport game again. And that'd give a lot of incentive to get both games, because if you get one, you would have to get the other for career mode and all that, franchises. Maybe we can actually make draft classes again. Maybe Madden or EA, whatever the company I want to call you. But I think with college football and Madden existing, it would be a little weird to just have college basketball, but not have a basketball game to go to, you know? I feel like that would be one easy reason to believe why. Reason number two is it'd be perfect competition for 2K. Now, 2K, of course, makes the 2K basketball series. And 2K, for the few years, has been not the greatest game. They've been a little more lazy. They haven't tried as hard. And I believe some competition, let alone just college basketball, but actual NBA competition would be good. You know, both companies are known for having a sports game that no one else makes and the milking at it for money. Madden and 2K have not been really the best state recently. And having both games would make both games better, as they'd both outcompete each other to try to get you to spend the money on that game only. And that would only make the NBA more money, and it would be a win-win for the consumer. And, you know, speaking of I guess kind of a fourth reason, you're going to be making the engine of the college basketball game. You can use the same with the new NBA Live game. You know, you're going to be making a new engine for college basketball. You can just use the same thing for NBA Live. And basically, we'd actually have two new games, you know, because here's the thing. With all these games, there's outdated code. You know, that's the thing. You can feel the legacy code weighing in on some of these games, especially Madden. And so two new clean slates, you could feel the smoothness and butterness of those games, and it'd probably come out by the time the next generation of consoles come around, meaning these will probably be the first sports games on our next generation of consoles. As when the college football game was announced, I believe it was 2022, and it took till 2025 to get it. So that's what we're getting at now. We're probably not going to see college basketball until 2028, and NBA Live, hopefully, we could see around the same time. Now, will we get NBA Live? I feel like at some point we must be getting it, because if you're going to have some kind of superstar mode, it's going to be useless to play in college if you can't make it to the NBA level. And there's no way that 2K just lets EA port their players over. Like, that's not going to happen. If they're going to want you to continue your career, you're going to have to make an NBA game. And the final reason why I say all of this is because EA never canceled NBA Live. They just indefinitely postponed it, which means that it could come back. And I think now the pieces are coming together. You're getting the college basketball game. You're going to make a new engine. You're going to have all these teams. You're going to have a lot of hype. And if you bring back NBA Live maybe the next year, it'd be over. It'd be game over. Now, one problem I see is, how is EA going to beat 2K? That is the big question. How are we going to beat 2K? Because that's the end goal for EA. And for EA, I want them to actually try to beat 2K, because I want them to make a good basketball game. Now, I am going from my point of view. You know, I'm a franchise player. You know, I play modes for either the franchise or for your superstar mode. I play the offline modes. And 2K has franchise mode down to a T. I love their franchise mode. It's deep, it's rich, it's complex. The eras mode, that's perfect. I love it. You know, you can do so many things in 2K that you can't do in other sports games. Like in 2K, you have 6 eras. You have the modern era, the Steph era, the LeBron era, the Kobe era, the Jordan era, and the Magic versus Bird era. They've been adding eras every single year, and while there's not going to be adding new eras forever, eventually we're probably just going to get to the point where you can pick an era and select the years, any year to start in, you know, so you could start in 2005 in the Kobe era. You know, that's probably where we're going to at some point in the future. So for EA, they're probably screwed to try to beat them in franchise immediately. You can't just make the deepest franchise mode immediately. So I think they're going to be able to beat them in is the My Career mode. Now, My Career in 2K is iffy for me. It's too, like, whatever. And you don't get to play college. You know, what I love about the college experience is you can play for college in Madden. You know, you can get in college football, play your college career, and you can do a lot of crap in there. It's fun. And then you go on to Madden, and then you complete your career in Madden, in football, in the NFL level. And I think that could be a really good way for EA to beat 2K, having a much more in-depth and better career mode. Like, imagine you make a 2-star recruit, never has a chance to make it to his dream team, which is Ohio State. He wants to go play for Ohio State. So he has to go lower, and he goes to, I don't know, Marshall or something, and you work your way up. You have a career mode. Or you could be a 5-star recruit, immediately walk on to Georgia, play 1 year, and go to the NBA immediately. You know, it's going to be very fun. And let alone the Dynasty mode. The Dynasty mode in that mode is going to be incredible. That's going to be such a fun mode to be able to build dynasties. Trying to do that in college basketball, that'd be awesome. Imagine being Duke and you always just have the new player every year. Think Duke's a good college team in basketball? I don't know. Imagine you had the college experience, obviously, and then you can move into the NBA and cook into the NBA and make a dynasty there. You know, that's what I think EA could be 2K on, you know, having a more in-depth, a more, player choice, player-friendly career mode. You know, you're going to be, because, at least in EA's games when it comes to career mode, you don't got to pay money for it, to become the best player. You can just play and become good. You don't need to spend money. I think that could be what beats 2K, having a way more player-friendly, more in-depth, more fun career mode. I can say this right now, EA has the chance to make very good potential and have a lot of sports games, having 3 of the 4 core sports of the America under your wing would be impressive. It's not best for the consumer, but it's good that they are trying to go after 2K spot. Now, 2K will never fall. 2K will never die out. 2K has such a good name and branding, it won't die out. But it will have to get better to try to compete with EA. I think that's where they're going to start cooking with franchise mode, and maybe we'll get more player-friendly career modes, too. I think this will bring the better out of both companies, and I hope that we do get NBA Live again. It would be good for everything. And one final thing I think about NBA Live, another thing I think they're going to have to do to be good is get some good gameplay. 2K's gameplay is, in my opinion, at least out of the big 4 sports, is the most consistently great looking game. It is the most consistently good looking game. Like, when it comes to other sports games, Madden probably has the best. Actually, what does Madden do the best? Madden probably has the best character renders. Like when I look at Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes in the game, you can tell it looks like them. They do a very good job with the face scans. MLB The Show probably has the best character creator. It's everything looks really good on, at least it did. I don't know what they've done in 25. I haven't played it. And then you have 2K, but like 2K is just consistently the best. Get the best presentation. They have the best on the core gameplay. Like, 2K is consistently the best looking game. I will say EA College Football 26 is rivaling that. It does actually look really good, but I still think 2K is the most consistently good looking. And then with the Eras mode, it looks even better with all the filters and all the old jerseys. It's very impressive. And I think that's what's going to give 2K that edge. But I think 2K also has very good, satisfying gameplay. And if EA can make something similar or even better, more satisfying, I think they really do have a shot to make 2K have to really fight. But anyways, guys, that's the end of this JD, I guess, video. What do you guys think? Do you think that NBA Live will come back? Would you like to see it come back? And do you think that EA College Football, or College Football, EA College Basketball is going to be any good? I don't know. Personally, I hope it is. I'm going to have a good time whenever it comes out in a few years. But that's the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.